Someone really thought you were going to chase them, and they are shocked that you haven't. There's a strange moment in human relationships, a moment when someone pulls away from you, expecting you to run after them, but instead you stay silent. You don't beg. You don't chase. You simply stop. And what happens next is something they never expected. Because the truth is, people don't get shocked by what you say. They get shocked by what you don't say. Today we're diving deep into the psychology behind this moment. What actually happens in their mind when you stop chasing? Why does your silence bother them more than any message ever could? And why do they suddenly crave your attention now when earlier they didn't even care? Let's begin. 1. They expected control, and you broke the pattern. Some people pull away because they think they have emotional power over you. They assume you'll panic, you'll worry, you'll chase, you'll do anything to win them back. It's a power game, not because they're evil, but because it feeds their ego. The moment you don't chase, their mind experiences a psychological shock. In psychology, this is called shattered expectation. The brain loves patterns, and especially patterns of attention. If you were always available, always replying fast, always trying to fix things, and suddenly you stop, their brain literally lights up in confusion. They think, wait, why aren't they running after me? Did they stop caring? Are they talking to someone new? Did I misjudge my importance? Your silence becomes a mirror, and they are forced to face the truth. They don't control you. 2. Your silence makes them replay every moment. The moment you go quiet, something powerful happens. They start remembering everything. Every conversation, every fight, every joke, every moment you were there for them. Humans don't replay memories when everything is normal. We replay memories when something changes suddenly. Your silence is that trigger. Suddenly the things they ignored, the messages they left unseen, the calls they dismissed, all come back. And now instead of you overthinking, they are the ones overthinking. Your absence forces them to think about their presence. 3. They realize you were not the problem. Their ego was. People who expect you to chase them often act from ego, not emotion. They want to feel, I'm desired, I'm wanted, I'm missed, I'm important. But when you do the opposite, something unexpected happens. Their ego gets bruised, and for the first time they begin to realize, maybe you weren't clingy, maybe you weren't needy, maybe you weren't the problem at all. Maybe they were the one who needed your attention more than they admitted. Your silence forces them to confront their own behavior. This is the psychology of ego dissonance, when reality doesn't match the story someone tells themselves. They thought, you will always be there, but you weren't. 4. They start feeling the loss before it even happens. Humans don't fear losing a person. We fear losing the feeling that person gave us. Your presence made them feel admired, respected, desired, safe. And now that you're gone, they feel something missing. It's not always love. Sometimes it's validation. Sometimes it's comfort. Sometimes it's the peace you brought into their life. But here's the part that hits the hardest. They feel the loss before it actually becomes real. This is called anticipatory regret. When the brain predicts a painful outcome and reacts to it emotionally, they suddenly imagine life without you. And the thought hurts a lot. 5. They wonder who has your attention now. This is the jealousy trigger. When you stop chasing someone who expected you to, they start imagining, who are they talking to? Who is giving them attention? Are they moving on? Are they happier without me? Jealousy is not always about love. It's about fear. Fear that someone else is now getting the attention they once took for granted. And the funny thing, you might be sitting at home doing absolutely nothing, but their mind doesn't know that. It fills the silence with stories. Stories where you're smiling at someone new. Stories where someone else replaced them. Stories where you aren't theirs anymore. Your silence makes their imagination louder. 6. They realize you match their distance. But they can't match your silence. Pulling away is easy. Anyone can do it. But staying silent when you want to speak, that's discipline. That's strength. That's self-respect. And that's what shocks them. Because deep down they thought you were emotional. They thought you would never stop caring. They thought they had you figured out. But suddenly, you're calm, you're distant, you're unfazed, you're not begging, you're not chasing, and they realize you're stronger than they thought. Your silence is a type of maturity they can't match. 7. They start missing the version of you they took for granted. They don't just miss you, they miss the version of you that loved them loudly. Your attention, your energy, your excitement, your effort. When someone takes you for granted, they don't notice your value. But when you pull back, suddenly they want the old you back. They miss the messages, the calls, the updates, the random "I miss you." They miss the part of you that cared too much. And now they face the truth. They pushed away the exact thing they needed. Your silence creates curiosity, and curiosity turns into obsession. Humans hate unfinished stories, and your silence is an unfinished story. They want to know, what are you thinking? Are you mad? Are you done with me? Why aren't you reacting? Curiosity is one of the strongest psychological forces. And right now, you're creating it effortlessly. Your silence becomes a mystery, a puzzle, a question that keeps them awake at night. And guess what? The more unpredictable you become, the more interested they become. Their mind starts playing both sides of the story. When someone doesn't know what's happening, the brain creates two narratives. One hopeful, they still care, they're just busy. One fearful, I messed up, they're gone. They bounce between these two stories again and again. Your silence becomes a mental tug of war. Between comfort and fear, between ego and vulnerability, between pride and desire. It's exhausting, and it all happens in their mind, not yours. 10. They realize you weren't chasing them, you were choosing them. And this is the biggest realization. They finally see your love for what it truly was.
Not desperation.
Not weakness, not obsession, but choice. A choice you made every day to message them, to show up, to support them, to care. Now they realize you didn't need them, you chose them. And the moment they feel that difference, everything changes. Because now they understand, if you could choose them, you can also choose to walk away, and that terrifies them. 11. They thought losing you was impossible until your silence made it real. Most people assume you'll always be there, until the day you're not. They thought they had time. They thought you'd always forgive. They thought your heart would keep waiting. But your silence changed everything. It made them realize, love is not guaranteed. Loyalty has limits. Patience has an expiry date. And you? You reached yours. 12. What happens next? This is the part they never expected. They come back. Not always with an apology. Sometimes with a random message. Hey, what's up? I was thinking about you. Are you okay? They won't admit they panicked. They won't admit your silence hurt. They won't admit they were waiting for you to chase them. But you'll see it in their tone, in their sudden concern, in their sudden curiosity, in their sudden effort. Because nothing scares a person more than realizing you are perfectly capable of living without them. Someone really thought you were going to chase them, and now they're shocked that you haven't. But here's the deeper truth. Your silence is not revenge. It's not a game. It's not manipulation. It's growth. It's you finally understanding that peace is better than chasing, self-respect is better than begging, and walking away is better than holding on to someone who never appreciated you. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all.